Hello, dear students. I am Professor Nitin Karoulia from Saga Institute of Research and Technology Excellence, Bhopal. The topic that we are going to discuss today is for BBA first year students of Barkatullah University, and the topic is Overview of Planning, which comes under the Unit 2. Now, first we discuss what is planning. Planning is the conscious, systematic process of making decisions about goals and activities that an organization will pursue in the future. A plan is a predetermined course of action. Planning is essentially a process to determine and implement actions to achieve organizational objectives. What is planning? Planning involves the task of deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do it, who will do it. A manager has to answer four basic questions while formulating a plan. Where are we now? Realistic assessment of current situation. Where we want to be. Gap between where we are and where we want to be. And how do we get there? Now we discuss the nature of planning. Planning is always goal oriented. Plans arise from objectives. Objectives provide guidelines for planning. It is a primary function. Planning provides the basic foundation from which all future managers' functions arise. It is pervasive. It is required at all levels of management. It is not an exclusive function of any management level or department. Managers have to plan for every change that occurs in an organization. However, the scope of planning differs at all levels and among different departments. It may be something else at the top management level. It may be different at the middle management level, and it is different at the lower level management. Planning is a mental activity. Planning is a mental process involving imagination, foresightedness, and sound judgment. Plans are based on careful analysis of internal and external factors influencing business activities. It is carried out in a logical and systematic manner. Planning is a continuous process. It is an ongoing process of adapting the organization with the changes in business environment. We all know that business operates with a major impact of external environment as well as internal environment. So it is always necessary to review the external as well as internal environment, and basis this make the necessary changes in the planning process. Since a business exists in dynamic environment, so continuous planning based on changing business needs and situation is required. It involves choice. It is essential a choice among various alternative course of actions. A manager has to select the best alternative after careful analysis and evaluation. Planning is always forward-looking. Planning means looking ahead and preparing for the future. Planning is never done for the past. It involves analysis of the future needs and requirements of the business and preparing for it. It is flexible. Planning should always be flexible. As we have just discussed that there are continuous changes in the external as well as internal environment. So, when the planning is based on future forecast and events and situations, since future is uncertain, plans are flexible enough to adapt with future change of events. Planning is an integrated process. Plans are structured in a systematic and logical sequence where each plan or step is highly interdependent and mutually supportive. So in today's lecture, we have discussed the overview of planning, the definition, and the nature of planning. In the next lecture, we will be discussing the types of planning. Thank you.